And obviously a really disappointing day for you. Your thoughts on the game itself, first of all?
But disappointing in terms of result. I can only pay tribute to the players. You know, this run that we've been on over this last period has been exceptional, and we were clearly the better side today. But congratulations to Chelsea. They won the game. We just couldn't find the breakthrough today. You know, they were obviously sat very deep. I think there was 2 buses parked today, never mind one. And but they get the win, and unfortunately for us, we just couldn't quite make the breakthrough. So, as I said, it ends what has been a brilliant run of games for us, and now we'll recover and look to our next game.
Why do you think you were unable to break them down?
Well, just difficult. We probe, we penetrate. Obviously, they played with the back 4 and the 2 wingers sit right back in, so it's like a back 6. You have your 3 midfield players in front of that, 9 plus your goalkeeper 10, consistently. You know, for 90 minutes behind the ball. And as I said, unless you can make that early goal or make that breakthrough, then it doesn't entice them to come out. So it was clear, obviously, that they'd come to not wanting to win the game, and with the time wasting and whatnot. But as I said, it's just it was just difficult for us to get through. We just couldn't quite make that final pass. So, but it wasn't for the want of trying. I think they paid tribute to the players because they gave everything to the game today, and we just couldn't quite get the breakthrough. That wee bit of luck that it takes sometimes.
Do you think that the tactics that Jose Mourinho deployed today were the deciding factor?
No, because I don't think it's a tactic. To just, if you have players behind the ball, I think you could get anyone that can ask a team to just sit back and just defend on the edge of the box. You know, I think it's the nature of how Chelsea play. You know, they've got some wonderful players, but they play a defensive game and hope to hit either on the counter-attack or mistake. Obviously, we were disappointed with the goal. It's just one of them things. You know, Stevie was no blame. He slipped in and Ba's gone through and finished, which was unfortunate at the time. And obviously at the end, we're chasing the game. And they come away and break through and score. So it was always going to take that, because we had nothing else really that we had to contend with apart from long balls and long throw-ins.
It was unlucky. It can happen to anybody in football. Have you had to console Steven Gerrard at all?
No, I just said to Steven there, you know, that he's been a wonderful player for this football club, and he's a massive part of why we are where we are. So he's been brilliant. There's no blame to him. He's been absolutely magnificent this season. He'll be disappointed, of course, but there's certainly no blame. He's a monumental player for this club, and will be for me over the next few years.
It certainly isn't mathematically, but after a defeat like that, is it difficult not to believe that the title is now gone? No,
not at all. You know, the bigger picture is that we're still 2 points ahead of a team that has spent an absolute fortune, and if we win our games, or 2 games left, then we'll finish above them, and then we'll see what happens with Manchester City. But for us, we achieved our objective of Champions League football. Now we just go into our next game at Crystal Palace, which will be a tough game for us. And today's game will probably prepare us for that, because of the nature of how Crystal Palace, you know, they'll sit in a block and sit deep, exactly the same as what Chelsea have done today. So, but for us, you know, we'll dust ourselves off. Players have been brilliant. They took the game to Chelsea. We just couldn't find that little bit in the final third, and sometimes that happens.
Would you accept, though, today, in terms of the table, is a seismic shift in terms of you landing the Premier League title?
Not really. I haven't given it too much thought, Jeff. I think that today was obviously a game that we wanted to win. You know, it's, as I said, Man City have still got the games to play. For us, as I said, we're 2 points ahead of Chelsea. We'll just continue to fight to finish as high as we possibly can, and we'll see where it takes us.